it's getting ready now. People are packing in here. We're at the Khedive Temple off Greenbrier Parkway. This is where the Extreme Kickboxing takes place, and I'm going to tell you something. This place is going to be jammed tonight, and you'll see when you see the highlights just how many people are here and how good the fights are that you're about to watch. All right, no more me. How about something for you, and let's go to the action. Okay, we're at the Khedive Temple, and right now we're going to, before the fights start, we're going to look at the world champion demo team, Dragon Force, from Ryokan Karate School, right off Lynnhaven Parkway. And let me remind you folks once again, I said world champions. This is an unbelievable segment here. They're going to take you in slow motion and show you very slowly these critical moves that they make as they turn around and show their professionalism right here. And then after they do this, they're going to do it in their regular speed, and you won't believe the difference. Very good way to show people just the execution and the wonderful moves that you have to make and the timing that is very necessary. And when you see them do it in the regular mode, you won't believe it. That's Sensei Tim Thompson right there looking at us. He is the founder and a black belt total world champion. And this is his Dragon Force squad. They perform all over the country. They've won the world championship competitions, I think 3 years in a row now. And they're always in there individual-wise. They win trophies after trophies after trophies. That's your slow motion. Now watch this. This is the way it happens in real life. Tim, take it away. Boy, you'd have never thought that. What a great job. Dragon Force, the world champions right there. Tim Thompson off Lynnhaven Parkway at Ryokan Karate School. All right, let's go to the action. Right now, you've got Daryl Wood. He's in the long white pants going against Ryan Beasley. Ooh, good left-right combination right there by Daryl Wood. Boy, I know Brian Beasley really felt those shots right there. He's going to get a standing 8 count, just like in boxing. This is kickboxing, extreme kickboxing, Black Hawk martial arts. Boy, you want to talk about a great center out there on North Battlefield Boulevard. If some of you folks in Chesapeake or whatever watching, you'd love to get involved, you give them a call over there at Black Hawk Martial Arts. It's right there on North Battlefield Boulevard, right down the street from the Wild Wing Cantina at Great Bridge. All right, now, as you can see, serious stuff going on here. Daryl Wood starting to make good contact upstairs, and when it's working for you, there's no reason to go anywhere else. As you can see, he was really drilling heavy upstairs, and boy, oh, what a left shot right there. That rocked Brian Beasley, and boy, I'll tell you, Greg Gallup, the referee, says, no, no, no. You're not at the 7-Eleven. You're right here at the Khedive Temple off of Greenbrier Parkway. Boy, the after party was at Chevy's. Boy, everybody knows Chevy's out there with the new Wild Wing Cantina right next door. Can't beat it. All right, here we go. Damian Hatcher. He is in the solid long black pants. He's going against David Thompson in the white stripes. These two guys are hungry for some stuff. And boy, I'll tell you, Damian Hatcher, he is in the Black Hawk Martial Arts Center camp. So you know that Clark Walters, also the founder of Black Hawk Martial Arts, is over in the corner rooting his guy on. These guys came in here to do some damage, and right now Damian Hatcher, he is loaded for bear. Oh, I'll tell you what though, David Thompson with a good combination right there, and he is firing away, but no, Damian Hatcher got in the corner and really battled his way out. We're refereed once again by Greg Gallup, a great guy in the sport, and boy, I'll tell you, there's some good turnaround kicks right there by David Thomas, but he's not able to penetrate. There's Damian Hatcher on your left is really doing the number here. See, a lot of times when you're kickboxing, you can use a kick as a defensive mechanism. You can do it as an open assault on somebody. You know, you got to throw them upstairs, you got to throw them downstairs. That's the world of kickboxing, and I'll tell you, so you'll see some different people use the spin-around kicks and over-the-head kicks. It's quite unbelievable. All right, here we go. Into the final round right now, boy. I'll tell you what, this one is pretty close, as Damian Hatcher is in the solid black pants going against David Thomas. This is where it has to come out. You can see Damian Hatcher now trying to make better contact upstairs. Gets a little tiring here in the 3rd round because every one of these fights is 3 rounds. And right now, Damian Hatcher, he's being yelled at by Clark Walters over there in the corner. Oh, nice, clean, straight shot to the head. And Damian Hatcher now is starting to gain a few points. He'd like to get this one behind him. David Thompson in the blue gloves is really doing everything he can. Damian Hatcher in the solid black pants now, making a little more contact to the head as these guys have been throwing some wallapaloopas all night long. And there it is. It's going to be a pretty good official to do this. Unanimous decision, though. Damian Hatcher is going to win. That makes Clark Walters pretty happy. They got a lot of hope for this. All right, now the big guys. We got Sean Coulter in the green and Brandon Williamson. He is in the red shirt. And I'll tell you now, these guys, as you can see, the camera's shaking a little bit. It's because every time these guys throw rocket bombs, the Khedive Temple loses some ceiling tiles. These guys are big-time boys right here. And these guys, I don't think they really like each other that much. I don't think they've been out to many barbecues with each other because they're barbecuing each other tonight. No need to go anywhere else. All right, Brandon Williamson in the red. Sean Coulter unleashing, towering, rocket, booming, bombs to the head. But Brandon Williamson says, nuh-uh, you ain't knocking me down. I'm coming straight ahead. Sean Coulter trying to muscle him into the corner. This fight is getting pretty good. All right, all of a sudden now Brandon Williamson finally is answering to the call as Sean Coulter now getting a little tired in the green. He's still trying to hang on, throwing good aggressive shots. But Brandon Williamson now is getting a little you-know-what. Ooh, nice little left jab right there, but no, Sean Coulter bounces back, and these guys are throwing everything at each other but their parents. All right, back to the action. Why not open up with a good old kick to the stomach, says Sean Coulter. He's in the green. He's throwing good headshots now to Brandon Williamson, who is doing a little bit of the cover-up, but now he says, nuh-uh, I waited for him. I was waiting for him, and all of a sudden, he rocks him with two big shots upstairs. Greg Gallup jumps in. He's trying to take a look at everything. When you got this kind of stuff going on, look out. Oh, Sean Coulter now. He's trying to play around with Brandon Williamson in the red. But Brandon says, oh, really? Boom, boom, boom. That's what's going on out here at the Khedive Temple for Martial Arts Black Hawk. Watch out. Boy, I'll tell you, these guys are getting down now. Brandon Williamson in the red, starting to make a little bit of comeback on Sean Coulter in the green. Here they come. They're unloading rocket booming shots, and boy, I'll tell you, no one's gone down yet, but it is getting nuts. If you could feel it, you could see the pounding. Uh-oh, Sean Coulter got caught right there. I don't think he's going to play around much more with old Brandon Williamson, and this game is getting crazy. Now you can see Brandon give Sean a little bit of his own stuff. He's just playing with him now because he feels like he's got it under control. He definitely looks like the aggressor at this point. He's going combinations now at Sean Coulter in green. It's getting crazy. Brandon Williamson right now looks like he wants to finish things off, and Sean Coulter backs up into the corner. Brandon now the aggressor, pushing, dushing, doing everything he can to get it done. Boom! Oh, if he would have connected there, that could have been good night Sally. And here we go now. It's getting close to the end of the fight than it is, and Brandon Williamson knew he had a tough contender in Sean Coulter tonight, but he wins a unanimous decision. All right, now we're going to go to a big fight right here. Watch this one carefully. Josh Spry. He is in the long blue pants going against Daniel Carone. And boy, these guys, you talk about, look at that left shot. These guys are strictly out there for business. As Josh Spry shows you, he's got some power, and he unleashes some booming shots right there. And boy, I don't know how Daniel Carone held on, but he is holding on. He's a game fighter. He's in the red striped pants. And boy, I'll tell you, these guys are throwing everything at each other. The referee, once again, is Greg Gallup. He is a great, great ref. What you're watching tonight, folks, you can see on our commercials all the time. Happens about 4 times a year. Black Hawk Martial Arts throws out this big charity fundraiser, and these guys are showing their tools. And believe me, they're fighting for the belts and everything. And it's really an unbelievable night of fun. As you can see, this place was jammed. All right, now we're going into the final round. Josh Spry in the blue pants going against Daniel Carone, and this is getting ugly. Josh Spry looks very spry right now as he goes underneath, then comes back up with a bruising shot to Daniel Carone. And right now, Josh Spry's corner is pretty happy, and they ought to be. And he wins with a unanimous decision right there. A very happy camp and a very good fight for both fighters right there. The winner, Josh Spry, on your right. We'll be right back.
Excuse me, sir. What are you teaching in there?
Come on in and see.
Second half, you're going to see a championship fight tonight. That's going to be a big one. We got some women on the card fighting as well, and it all comes from Black Hawk Martial Arts out there on Battlefield Boulevard in Chesapeake. This is the Khedive Temple. We put the whole show together right here for you, and now we're going to get ready to jump back into the action. Come on, let's take a ride. Hi there, and welcome back. All right, here we go into the seventh fight of the night. You got Ryan Price. Ryan Price is in the black and red trunks with the black shirt, and he's going against Keith Paragon. He is in the long black pants. Now, you want to talk about some serious stuff. These guys are whamming and jamming, as right now Ryan Price is throwing everything at Keith Paragon. But I'll tell you, both these fighters are class acts, and you got to show your defense as well. As you see right now, Ryan Price trying to be the aggressor in there. He's got his back to you right now. He's in the red gloves, and now we're in the first round. By the way, coming up, myself, I'm going to jump up and sing the national anthem, so if you want to go hide under the bed when that happens, go for it. I don't think I've ever been as scared in my life as I had to do, as when I had to do that song. But anyway, I got through it, and you can make your own judgments when you see it. All right, back to the action. Ryan Price, boy, I'll tell you something. He is really there for bear. Keith Paragon, he is definitely putting up a real good fight. Paragon is in the blue gloves. You got Price in the red gloves. These guys are throwing everything. Oh, nice combination right there by Keith Paragon, but that's not going to stop Ryan Price from continuing to be the aggressor. As you can see right now, both fighters are trying to stay upstairs pretty much, and boy, it'll be pretty close going into the third and final round. You see the ring girl right there. All right, here we go. Close fight now. This is going to be ugly. Ryan Price in the black t-shirt going against Keith Paragon in the no shirt. And look out now. Ryan Price starting to throw a few things on the inside. It looks like he's starting to get a little bit of control as he's picking up some points in there. That's very important. Boy, I'll tell you, they're trading shots right there. This fight's coming down. This is going to be a tough decision, but Ryan Price right now would like to finish well. Sometimes, as you all know, whether it's boxing or kickboxing, towards the end of the fight, if you can impress the judges right there and close pretty good, usually you get the nod if it's a close fight, and that's what Ryan Price in the black t-shirt's trying to do. And boy, I'll tell you what, that's going to help him. Looked like he was definitely picking up some points. Let's see what the judges thought. They thought the same thing we did. Ryan Price wins that one, and that was a majority decision, and that was a great fight. All right, now you're going to see some big-time fighters. I'm talking about Kent Ease. He's in the long silver pants going against Matt Thomas. Matt Thomas with the silver pants, but he's got the black stripes, the thick black stripes, and the headgear. Okay, let's do it that way. Kent Eames, he's got no headgear. He's from Richmond. He is a very game fighter. I've really had the pleasure of watching a lot of his previous fights, and this guy never stops, and he has lost some close fights. I mean some close fights, and definitely could have went either way on a lot of the ones he fought. True champion, as right now he's working over Matt Thomas pretty good, and he is due for a payday, and he's fighting for a belt tonight, so you know he's pretty serious about this. We're at the Khedive Temple, folks. It's hosted by Black Hawk Martial Arts. Boy, I'll tell you, here we go, back to the action. This is the feature event for the Mid-Atlantic title. So, you know, there's a big belt at stake here, and Kent Eames, without the headgear, going against Matt Thomas, and throwing the, oh, nice combination right there, as Kent Eames now is showing you that he is totally one that is taking the fight. All right, here we go, back to the action. Kent Eames now, he's without the headgear. He's banging away on Matt Thomas. Uh-oh, I think that might be called a slip. It's a slip, it's a slip. Boom, nice turnaround kick right there. Didn't quite connect, but had a good thought. Kent Eames now trying to pound away. He's making some good contact right there as you see him going upstairs. Kent Eames without the headgear. Matt Thomas with the headgear. Boy, I'll tell you, that was a dangerous attempt right there as you saw Kent Eames counter. And Kent Eames knew when he saw him miss with that kick, he was going to get a couple in there. And you talk about a fight that goes on, folks. Boy, I'll tell you, this is unbelievable. There he is. He wins the Mid-Atlantic title, Kent Eames, and a very deserving win. All right, it's time for me to jump up and give you the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Okay, here we go, folks. This is the main event. I'm talking about a big-time belt fight right here. You've got David Sinar. He is in the black pants with the red stripe going against Giovanni Lem, who is in the green trunks. These guys know each other, and I'll tell you something. They've studied each other. I was talking to Dave Sinar before the fight, and he was probably looking at some tapes and knowing what he had to do tonight. But look at David Sinar as he rocks, stocks, box, and starts pounding early, as he would like to go ahead and be the aggressor in this fight. Greg Gallup is in there refereeing. You were at the Khedive Temple, sponsored by Black Hawk Martial Arts. This is a championship belt, and it is the main event. And boy, I'll tell you, David Sinar in the long black pants is ready to do some damage. But boys, he's fighting a game fighter in Giovanni Lem. Trust me, I've seen him fight, boy, and he is definitely a great fighter. All right, here we go, back to the action. David Sinar, he is in the car business now and doing very, very well. He's very, very well connected, and his family is always there at every fight, and that's the way it should be for everyone out there in the world of kickboxing. All right, now David Sinar, what a big right, and then followed up by a left. Giovanni Lem walked right into it, and David Sinar said, it's time for me to say goodbye, Charlie. All right, now that was a kick that could have hurt a little bit. You see David Sinar back off, and you can see now you're looking at class act fighters here, folks. These guys deserve to be the main event because these guys have fought many a fight, many a bruising fight, many a bruising victory for each one of these guys, and they knew tonight they were going to be very, very well contested, each one knowing everything about each other. All right, David Sinar in the long black pants. Now, as you can see, Giovanni Lem, he knows what to do. He kind of started to force David into the ropes, but David wasn't biting on that. And now all of a sudden, here comes David Sinar with a couple combinations in the corner. That rocked Giovanni Lem just a little bit. Oh, what a beautiful turnaround kick right there by Dave Sinar, and then caught him with a nice right shot. And I'll tell you something now, it looks like David Sinar is starting to gain some points here as we move along. But boy, I'll tell you, both fighters very aggressive. As you can see now, David Sinar going underneath a little bit. He's clutching and getting downstairs, back up to the top. And now he's working Giovanni Lem into the corner. That's very dangerous. All right, this fight is pretty close, but I give the edge to David Sinar. Now we go into round number 3. This is the final round. Here we go. Boom. Boy, I'll tell you what. Both fighters now going for it. And there are some good points right there by David Sinar in the long black pants. He is fighting Giovanni Lem in the green shorts. Greg Gallup is the referee. Here we go now. Boy, I'll tell you, it doesn't get much better than this. And now look at the aggressiveness right there by David Sinar. And Giovanni Lem knows right at this point that he's got himself in a little bit of a jam. But he's hanging in there, still throwing punches back. And he was trying to connect, but no. David Sinar never stops coming. He goes downstairs, he goes upstairs, and it should be enough. David Sinar was very aggressive in this fight. Giovanni Lem, he did his best, but it's not going to be enough. The winner and the champion, there he is on your left, David Sinar. That's Keith Fournier, the lawyer on the left. Boy, I'll tell you, great fight, great night. Black Hawk Martial Arts and Clark Walters, great job. David Sinar, the champ.
Hi, I'm Harold Davis, owner of D&M Seafood Market and Restaurant on the corner of Independence and Pleasure House. We would like for you and your family to visit our newly remodeled restaurant and join us in our brand new buffet on Friday night from 5 to 9, all day Saturday and all day Sunday for $9.95. That's right, all you can eat for $9.95. Bring the family, come on out and have a great time. Don't forget about D&M Seafood's catering department. No party too big, too small. We're here waiting for you. Give us a call.
School, you know what, softball. I'm talking about all kinds of high school sports, track and field. We're going to get a lot of that for you. Plus, too, we're going to get a lot of other stuff on the show because you know we're everywhere, and everybody keeps calling us so you can see them, and we can still see you. Lara, Laurie, John, Sam, got you, brother, and I'll see you next week.